ماسكا يدي، فأنت يسوعي ماسكا يدي، إليك وثيقتي لديك، أطرح خوفي وضيقي في يديك، فأنت يسوعي ماسكا يدي، فأنت يسوعي ماسكا يدي. تفضلوا نصلي مع بعض. بسم الله الاب والابن والروح القدس الان واحد امين. اللهم اجعلنا مستحقين ان ندعوك بالشكر قائلين: يا ابانا الذي في السماء، لتقدس اسمك، ليأتي ملكوتك، لتكن مشيئتك كما في السماء كذلك على الارض. خبزنا كفافنا اعطينا اليوم، واغفر لنا ذنوبنا كما نغفر نحن عند المسبين الينا، ولا تدخلنا في تجربه لكن نجينا من الشرير. المسيح يسوع ربنا، لان لك الملك والقوه والمجد الى الابد. تفضل.
شفتاي لم أنطق أدعوك حتى تأتيني، لكن بعيدا أطلقتها لقول الشر يهويني، لكن بعيدا أطلقتها لقول الشر يهويني. بين يديك يا رب حياتي أنت تراها بعين الحنان، بين يديك يا رب حياتي أنت تراها بعين الحنان. لا تنظر لي بخطاياي بل بالرحمة طول الزمان، لا تنظر لي كخطاياي بل بالرحمة طول الزمان. أبعدت يداي لم أمسك يمينك حتى تهديني، أبعدت يداي لم أمسك يمينك حتى تهديني، لكن بعيدا أطلقتها لفعل الشر يهويني، لكن بعيدا أطلقتها لفعل الشر يهويني. بين يديك يا رب حياتي أنت تراها بعين الحنان، بين يديك يا رب حياتي أنت تراها بعين الحنان. لا تنظر لي كخطاياي بل بالرحمة طول الزمان، لا تنظر لي كخطاياي بل بالرحمة طول الزمان. حواسي وكل أفكاري وكل ما تعطيني، حواسي وكل أفكاري وكل ما تعطيني، بعيدا عنك أطلقتها تركت الشر يهويني، بعيدا عنك أطلقتها تركت الشر يهويني. بين يديك يا رب حياتي أنت تراها بعين الحنان، بين يديك يا رب حياتي أنت تراها بعين الحنان. لا تنظر لي كخطاياي بل بالرحمة طول الزمان، لا تنظر لي كخطاياي بل بالرحمة
مساء الخير، عاملين ايه؟ اخباركم؟ تمام. طيب، هسأل السؤال اللي بنسأله كل يوم حد. مين فاكر الثيم بتاعنا؟ انا قلت كل حد هسأل عليه، واللي مش هيجاوب هنخصم منه درجات. ها، فاكرين الثيم بتاعنا؟ التوك بتاعت النهارده يعني واخده نص. ها الثيم بتاعنا ايه هو؟ الناس اللي بتحضر معانا على طول. نسعى عنه، نسعى كسفراء عن المسيح كأن الله يعظ بنا. واحنا قلنا السنه دي احنا هنتعلم ازاي نبقى سفراء عن المسيح. تمام. النهارده دكتوره ماري طبعا يعني من الناس الحلوه اللي احنا بنستنى محاضراتها يعني بفارغ الصبر، هتعلمنا ازاي نبقى سفراء عن المسيح في مجال العمل، الشغل. طبعا في الوقت اللي احنا فيه دلوقتي انت محتاج تعرف تبقى سفير عن المسيح، وازاي تتصرف، وايه اللي المفروض نعمله في مجال الشغل عشان الناس تشاور علينا وتقول هم دول ولاد ربنا، هم دول سفر عن المسيح. اتفضلي يا دكتوره ماري.
صباح الخير. الاب والابن والروح القدس الان واحد امين. ازيكم؟ انا هقول شويه انجلش وشويه عربي. سوري يعني my slides are always in English، بس انا هتكلم عربي شويه انجلش. في ناس هنا معايا بيتكلموا انجلش، بس هتكلم شويه كده وشويه كده. no? ايه رايكم في حكايه ان احنا السفراء عن المسيح في العمل؟ ايه رايكم في who's convinced ان احنا ambassador of Christ at work and who's not really sure? okay. اي حد مش مقتنع؟ طبعا احنا دايما بنقول we are at church, we have to be ambassador of Christ. At home, we have to be ambassador of Christ because we are يعني the leaders in the house. But at work, الشغل مغلبني. كله كويس لكن الشغل متعب. اسمعها كتير قوي الحكاية دي. Everything is good, but the work is not the best. I'm not too happy at work. I just want to make sure I'm going to touch on this just for 1 minute. How can you set your priorities? إزاي إحنا بنرتب أولوياتنا؟ How can we set the priorities؟ لأن دي مهمة جدا، وإحنا بنشتغل وفي مجتمعنا ومع أولادنا وفي خدمتنا. إزاي إحنا بنحدد أولوياتنا؟ إيه رأيكم في الأولويات اللي عندكم موجودة فوق دي؟ إن إحنا بنحط ربنا في الأول. God is first. Family are next. في ناس حتة دي is not too clear. Oh, I have to serve. I'm not too sure if I need to do everything in the house or I need to do everything for my family. نمرة 3 الشغل. هل إحنا بنفضل الخدمة قبل الشغل ولا الشغل قبل الخدمة؟ إيه رأيكم في الحتة دي؟ لأن أنا ما ناقشت الشباب في الموضوع ده. When I talked to the youth about it, they were conflicted. And they say, oh, we're not sure if we really can follow this criteria. Sometimes I would like to serve. And I can put serving before my study or my work. What do you think? Yes.
هو الترتيب ده صح في رأيي أنا. إن الورك فعليا بيجي قبل الخدمة، لأنه ده حاجة ما تقدرش إن أنت تتحكم فيها يعني. it's too hard إن أنا أسيب شغلي أو إن أنا ممكن أستأذن عشان الخدمة أو حاجة. مش دايما بقدر، حاجة مش في إيدي. وما اقدرش ان انا اسيب شغلي. فهي لازم تيجي كده.
لازم تيجي كده. And I'm so glad in a lot of people today in the audience, I know they have very high rank jobs and they have a job that need to be taken care of, because this is where really Christ will shine. At church, yes, we are at church, yes, we need to shine, and this is obvious. But at work, this is where the challenges comes from. ده فعلا التحديات بتحصل أكتر في الشغل أكتر من البيت. وأنا مبسوطة إن النهاردة هنتعلم منكم، لأن أنا عارفاكم كلكم، عارفة كلكم بتشتغلوا إزاي، وعارفة قد إيه quality of the work you do. فيعني هتبقى مناقشة أكتر من إن هي أن أنا اللي هتكلم. اتفضلي. I like this. I like this. What she said is you can serve while you're at work. Who agrees with this? Yes, definitely. Definitely. If you don't have this concept, I will be serving while I'm at work, we're wasting our time. Because how many hours you spend at work? Any job is not less than 40 hours a week. Minimum, right? لو 40 ساعة في الأسبوع أنا هبقى منفصلة عن خدمة ربنا, this is a waste of my time. I'm not gonna reach heaven. I'm not gonna make it there. Because 40 hours of my week, I'm somewhere. I'm not with him. So if we can reach this conclusion, I'm serving while I'm at work, this is the best. So we all agree. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Naji. Okay. So what the Bible say? Because we cannot go away from the Bible. Matthew 5:16 say, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who's in heaven. فليضيء نوركم هكذا قدام الناس ليروا أعمالكم الحسنة ويمجدوا أباكم الذي في السماوات." ما نقدرش نفصل الشغل عن علاقتنا بربنا، وهو ربنا عايز مننا كده ان احنا نبقى باينين. هنتعلم ازاي نبقى باينين في شغلنا. باينين يعني احنا اللي يشوفنا يقول there is something inside this person is different than any other person. God is inside this person. We see something good in this person. And this is exactly what this verse is saying. Let the light so shine before men. Let us be a light to people. كمان verse في Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. لا تكن حكيما في عيني نفسك. اتقي الرب وأبعد عن الشر فيكون شفاء لسرتك وسقاء لعظامك. هو ليه ربنا بيقول لنا not to lean on your own understanding? Why? اتفضلي.
أكيد عشان إحنا مش هنبقى فاهمين كل حاجة أو عارفين كل حاجة. إحنا بنعرف بس الحاجة اللي بنمر بيها حاليا ممكن تبقى وضعها إزاي، لكن ربنا هو شايف المستقبل وليه خطة لحياة كل شخص فينا. فالمفروض إن الواحد ما يعتمدش على فهمه بس، لأن مهما فهم هيبقى برضو يعتبر يستل محتاج أكتر من المعرفة.
حلو قوي، حلو قوي قوي قوي، حلو قوي مشاركتك دي. هو فعلا ربنا كده. يعني I'm gonna just say quickly we cannot rely on ourselves because we don't know all the details. We don't know all the past, the present and the future. It's all in God's hand. And we don't know all the information. ما كمان ما نعرفش كل information. انتوا عارفين ان اي حد في شغله، انا هنتعلم ده النهارده، اي حد في شغله اول ما هيقول انا مش عارف خلوني انا اتعلم الحته دي، ده بيكبر قوي في نظر الناس. لان ما فيش حد بيوصل لاي مرحله في حياته في الشغل وبيعرف كل حاجه، رايت؟ كلنا بنتعلم لغايه اخر يوم في حياتنا. احنا بنتعلم till the last day of our work life we're learning. Something always will be new, something always will be different. So I will learn all the time. طبعا كلنا في اشغال، لينا superior، لينا ناس طبعا كبار في الشغل، اساتذتنا وناس كبار. اول ما بيقولوا انا خليني اتعلم الحكايه دي، انا خليني اعرف الحكايه دي اكتر، على طول بنفهم ان هم هايلين. ما دام انت في جواك فكره التعلم، هنا المسيح بيقول لنا اعتمدوا عليا، انا عارف كل حاجه، انا هساعدكم. ما تعتمدوش على علمكم، ما تعتمدوش على الكليات اللي اتعلمتوها، اعتمدوا على الحاجات دي، بس اعتمدوا اكتر عليا انا، لان انا اللي عارف كل حاجه. make sense؟ فاحنا دلوقتي عندنا ايتين، وانا طبعا انا لو اقول لكم الايات اللي طلعتها في الموضوع ده بتاع مثلا 20 ايه، بس انا اخترت الايتين دول. الايه الاولانيه بتقول ربنا عايزنا ان احنا to shine. God want us to shine. God want us to show him to people. And the other one, God is telling us not to lean on your own understanding. You're still deficient. You still don't know. Till the last day of your work life and your life, you still don't know. But the only thing I want you to do is lean on me. Lean on me and I will help you. So this is the two verses and I choose for you today to guide us in the conversation. طب ايه الحاجات المعطلات؟ ايه الحاجات المعطلات اللي هي بتعطلنا على ان احنا to shine in the workplace? What are the obstacles for us to shine in the workplace? اول حاجه طبعا pride. كل واحد فاكر نفسه ان هو عارف كل حاجه، كل واحد فاكر نفسه ان هو انا معايا MD PhD ماستر في كذا whatever كذا، حطي بقى ايه ارقام و letters after your name indefinite. It means nothing. It means nothing. بس انت كده بتعطل نفسك. كل ما بتحس نفسك انا وصلت، انا مدير على كذا كذا. انا طبعا لما تروحوا مصر اول حد تلاقي لسه واحد لسه متخرج جديد، اول حاجه بيقول لك انا خدت وظيفه هايله، انا مدير مش عارفه ايه، انا رئيس قسم مش عارفه ايه. رئيس قسم ايه ومدير ايه؟ ده انت لسه متخرج. يعني الكونسبت ده it's very wrong. It's very wrong ان هو already he's proud of his title. It's good to be proud of your title as part of your responsibility. يعني مهم انك انت تبقى فخور باللقب بتاعك انك انت مسؤول عنه. لكن ان انا وصلت دي غلط. فاول حاجه البرايد ده بيعطلنا، لان اول ما حسيت ان انا لازم هقول التايتل بتاعي ولازم احس ان انا يعني انا وصلت لحاجه، دي هتعطلنا. هنتكلم على كذا حاجه واحنا الانجر في الشغل. ممكن توقفوني في اي سؤال. بنتكلم على الاوبستكلز اللي بتعطلنا to practice our faith at work. قلنا البرايد والانجر، الغضب. انا عندي مديري تعبني جدا. I have a boss that's really pressing on my nerves all the time. I have some coworkers who they don't know what they're doing. I have people working with me that are really not the right people. We hear this all the time. What does it do to us? ايه الحاجات دي بتعمل فينا احنا؟ تعمل فينا ايه؟ لو انا غضبان على طول من الظروف الشغل، هتخليني عندي negative presence. You're gonna step back. It's gonna hold you back, right? Yes, it's gonna hold you back. And also, what's gonna do is gonna make you look, you are an angry person all the time, and not just this, what's in the heart will show in what you're saying. أنا دايما بقول خلوا جواكوا الإيمان والسلام ومحبة الحاجات الناس اللي بتشتغلوا معاهم، علشان الحاجات دي بتظهر بسرعة من غير ما انتوا تاخدوا بالكم، في رد، في سؤال، في كلمة، في حركة. Your body language will show that you're inside angry and you're inside not happy. So لا أنا بقول دايما أنا متغاظة منه جدا وقرفانة منه جدا في الشغل، لكن أنا دايما بقول له كلام حلو. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work when you're inside angry at someone and you always show the sweet face. It does not work, believe me. It will show. One day you will show. Yesterday I was on call and I was angry. Not angry but upset with my resident. Yani he was not taking care of patients. And they know when they don't take care of patients, I don't like it. I try my best to be nice as much as I can, but I had at the end of the day to tell him, this is not acceptable, this is not right. Try not to be angry, but at least when you're upset with someone at work for something, sit down and talk to them. هاي بالعربي. خلوا بالكم من الغضب، ما تخلوش الغضب يسيطر عليكم. لو الغضب سيطر عليكم هيبان. ولو حاجة انت مستحيلين انكم انتوا تبقوا متضايقين منها علشان الشغل اتلخبط، في ايديكي مثلا رسومات معينة ما اتعملتش صح، او في ايديكي عيانين، ولا في ايديكي ناس بيشتغلوا معاكي ما عملوش شغلهم صح. Yes, it's okay to be unhappy. يعني it's okay انك انت توري انك انت متضايقة، بس اقعدي مع الشخص واتكلمي معاه ما دام هو في مصلحة الشغل. كنت عايزة تقولي حاجة، اتفضلي.
كنت عايزة أقول إن هو الكلام ده كله يعني يعتبر عكس الصورة اللي المفروض إن إحنا نوصلها. يعني أنا المفروض لو أنا في البيت سفيرة عن المسيح، لو أنا في الشغل برضو سفيرة عن المسيح. فأنا لما هكون بعكس، يعني لما بيبان مني حاجة وحشة زي ما بيبان مني سلوك كويس، فبيقولوا يا ده شخص كويس، ده إنسان متدين بالفعل مش بالقول يعني. فأنا لو وريت حاجة سيئة بانت مني، ما أنا بالظبط هيقول شوفوا دوت بيقعد ممكن بالكلام ربنا، بس ما فيش حاجة في سلوكه أو في فعله بتبين في ربنا.
Yes.
بزعل كتير لما بيبقى في ناس غير مسيحيين، وبعدين بيبقوا مثلا في قعدات أو في أي حاجة، لا احنا بنرفض كذا، احنا مش بنعمل كذا، طب انت مش بتعمل كذا، لا اصل انا مثلا سي مسلم، او انا من ديانة تانية. فحاجة بتزعل. بحس ان احنا بدل ما نشو اب الحاجة الكويسة عن المسيح، او المفروض ان احنا نكون مثال ليه، بنبين العكس.
ايوه صح. وعشان كده احنا لازم نبني الحاجات الكويسة دي من داخلنا، ما تبقاش حاجات كلام. لازم يبقى جوانا انا بحب الناس، انا بحب مصلحة الناس. وهنيجي للكلام ده شوية اكتر في التفاصيل. لما يكون ده جوانا هيظهر على طول في تصرفاتنا. ومعاكي حق، لازم نبين our qualities والحاجات اللي احنا يعني اتعلمناها. very good. نمرة 3 الغيرة، envy. ليه انا ما خدتش ترقية ودي خدت ترقية، او ده خد ترقية؟ نحاول نبعد عن الحاجات دي، لان الشغل في الاخر هو اللي بيبين. في ظلم طبعا في الشغل، ما بنقولش ان كل حاجه هتبقى يعني بيرفكت، هيكون في ظلم في الشغل، بس we wanted to differentiate ان احنا ما نبقاش عندنا نقطه الغيره. ممكن تكون غيره بس للمصلحه، بس احب الكويس لغيري، وده برضو لازم هيبان. طبعا في اشغالنا كلنا بنشوف الحاجات دي، كلنا بنشوف الحاجات دي. ليه ده اترقى وانا لا، ودي ليه دي اترقت ولا لا، وليه ده واخد مرتب اعلى مني، وليه ده وليه انا ما قدرتش اعمل الببليكيشن دي، او ليه انا ما قدرتش اوصل لحاجه. كل ده بيحصل، بس لو احنا نحاول ان احنا نتفادى النقط دي هيوصلنا اكتر ان احنا نبين صوره المسيح اكتر. في حته كمان اللي هي الناس اللي بيبقى عندها زي workaholic، يعني they like to work because they have to work and they have to bring money and they have to do, and the more they do, the more they bring money. This is something, it's an obstacle. It's an obstacle. لأن eventually you're not going to show Christ while you're doing this, because you're going to end up doing something that you don't enjoy. مهم قوي. هل أنا رايحة الشغل مبسوطة؟ رايحة الشغل فرحانة بشغلي، فرحانة بالناس اللي معايا، فرحانة بالناس اللي أنا بخدمهم في شغلي؟ لو أنا فرحانة وأن أنا مش عايزة أشتغل لمجرد أن أنا أشتغل وأكون اسم. There is a lot of people who just seek the work not just for the money. Could be the fame. أنا عايزة أبقى مشهورة، فأنا هشتغل أكتر عشان اسمي يتحط فوق قبل أي حد تاني وهبقى مشهورة. I wanted to be famous. Not just I wanted to work for the money. I wanted to work to earn people, the trust of people, and all of this is around me. فاحنا عايزين لو احنا من بعض الناس اللي هم بيحبوا يشتغلوا لمجرد الأسباب دي، نرجع شوية، لأن دي هتبقى معطلات عن إن احنا نبين المسيح في الشغل. يبقى المعطلات أنا برضو لخصتهم فيه أكتر من كده، بس أنا لخصتهم في 4. البرايد اللي هو التفاخر، الانجر مهم قوي إن احنا نبعد عن الغضب، الانفي ما نبصش لغيرنا، لو بصيتي لغيرك هتضيعي وقت. لو بصيتي اللي حواليكي you're wasting your progress. بدل ما انت طالعه كده هتقفي عشان تبصي على غيرك. يعني remember people who are working are moving up. If you're gonna be angry you're gonna go regress زي ما عماد قال. If you're gonna become envy هتقفي عشان تبصي على غيرك. You're gonna look at people, you're gonna waste your time. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your progress. Keep going up. So try to stay away from pride, anger, envy. And if you are one of the people they are workaholic, please just remember, enjoy the day you work so you can be an ambassador for Christ. Go ahead.
So many people are working very hard, not because they are workaholic. The first generation here, that when we came here to the United States, we want to prove ourselves. That's why we are working very hard. And of course, they look at you as an immigrant, and you are not qualified, so you have to work double your job just to make them, prove yourself and make them think that you are a good employer and keep your job. So it's not just that you just.
Yes. This is a very good point. Very good point. I'm under pressure. I am under pressure because I need to provide and I need to work harder and I maybe need to do double the amount of work because I'm immigrant. I have a deep accent and I'm a female. This is صح. ده أكتر حاجة بنشوفها. I have to provide. I have to work. I have an accent, so I'm not like Americans or I'm not native. And I'm a female, like for females. طبعا males كمان برضو they feel the same way. But I mean, yes, this is, stay focused. Stay focused. افتكروا حاجة. وكويس انك انتي قلتي السؤال ده لان انا هتكلم دلوقتي على دانيال. Prophet Daniel. He was taken captive. And then he was brought to the king's house. And he was told, you got to eat this food, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, because we're going to prepare you to be one of the army of the king. And he said, no, don't pressure me. I cannot eat this food. I got to eat just vegetables because this is how my religion is telling me and this is how my faith is telling me. And then trust me and just try me later on. And actually they joke and they said this is the first trial that happened, scientific trial that happened in the Bible, that they really compare him to the other peers and he was even better. And Daniel هنا الking بعد كده, he gave him a higher position because he's not just show that he's capable, he showed that he's worth the trust. فكويس انك انت سألتي السؤال ده قبل ما ابتدي اتكلم على دانيال. فطبعا مش سهل. similar to Daniel's story, Joseph's story. He faced a lot of obstacles. He was slave and he was in the Egyptian house and he was basically, it's a lot of pressure on him by many, but he did not stop moving forward. فالمسج دي للناس زي ما انتي بتقولي كده كلنا جايين and we wanted to prove ourselves, but trust me, this is not important. The most important is to really think, how can I enjoy it and how can I make other people enjoy it and make other people benefit from the work I'm doing? And it doesn't matter what work. Doesn't matter. And you could be a very high rank job, you could be middle rank job, you could be first line job. It doesn't matter what kind of job. It is a job. At the end of the day, we all go to work and we all come back and it's a working day. But don't feel the pressure. Yes, أنا كنت شايفة حد هنا.
If you please expand on envy, jealousy, and defending your rights. You're gonna be mad because somebody take something you deserve.
Yes.
And you just don't want to be, I'm good, I'm let it go. How can you get practical with this and do it?
Very good question. We are human beings. We are human beings. So we're going to be envy sometimes and we're going to be angry sometimes. And somebody just did something bad to me or somebody took my place. We wanted to differentiate that what is my goal and what's matter the most. And we're going to get to this. What matter the most in this situation? To please man or to please God? To look at me or to look at the well-being of everyone around? Maybe I'm not qualified for this position. They put another one in my position. Maybe this is the best for the job. The whole institution will benefit from him being a leader than me being a leader. Let it be, because the benefit of others is better than me. But we have to control our emotions in this situation and try to, and I'm going to get to this again, we're going to try to learn how to listen and how to react late. Don't react immediately. When you face something, don't react immediately. Think about it, pray about it. زي بالضبط ديفيد وأبشالوم. ديفيد ما ردش على أبشالوم على طول. ديفيد استنى واستنى واتشتم. At the end of the day, he said, maybe God sent him to do this to me. Maybe I deserve it. Maybe I'm not the right person now. So let's think about these things. أنا معاك إن it hurts when somebody take your place or take something from you. But you don't know. Maybe God is protecting you from something. So maybe you're not the right person for this job. Maybe God is protecting you from something. But do not lose your progress. Do not lose your work. Very commonly we became introvert ونقعد بقى نتقوقع ونقول أنا مضطهد في الشغل. أنا مش بيحبوني هشتغل ليه؟ أنت كده بتضر نفسك طبعا لو فكرت كده. بس أهم حاجة إن إحنا to think of our progress. Our progress at the end of the day is leading to Him. Our progress at the end of the day is leading to Him. Okay. دانيال، في أي سؤال على قصة دانيال؟ وsimilar to it قصة يوسف. أنا بجيب لكم الأمثال from the Bible who really had jobs. This is a job. Yusuf had a job. Yusuf was a prisoner and he found himself a job while he's in prison. So how to build a positive significance. يعني إيه positive significance؟ يعني يبقى عندي تأثير إيجابي أو عندي presence إيجابي. يعني وجودي إيجابي. وجودي في المكان ده إيجابي. هنتعلم مع بعض شوية practical points how to have a positive significance. يعني how to have a positive presence or how to عنده يعني تأثير إيجابي على الشغل بتاعه. أول حاجة سوري أنا مش شايفة كويس في practice humility. ما عندكوش فكرة النقطة دي مهمة قد إيه؟ إن إحنا lower yourself, humble yourself, say I don't know, I'm not sure, let me check on this. I'm not the first one to speak. I'm not the last one to say the word. I'm always try to be a team player. Practicing humility في أشغالنا مهمة جدا. حد فيكم قاعد مع دكتور مجدي يعقوب؟ The most humble person, Sir Magdi Yaoub. He's the most humble person. He will ask you a question as if he does not know anything. And he will make you feel حتى لما بيسألوه في أي مؤتمر يقول لهم اسألوا دكتور مجدي معايا أو اسألوا حد تاني أنا ما أعرفش في الحاجات دي أنا يعني على قد يعني بعرف حاجات. هو طبعا ده هو يعني he's really Sir Magdi Yaoub. But this is a sign of how his heart is really connected with God. فبليز أول حاجة تجربوها في أشغالكم lower yourself down. I'm learning. I'm here to learn. Proactively focus on others. يعني إيه focus on others؟ إحنا مش بنشتغل في bubble by ourselves. إحنا بنشتغل مع ناس. كل ما بتساعدي اللي جنبك كل ما أنت هيبقى عندك positive impact. هيبقى أنت عندك positive presence. هتحطي اللي قدامك ده forward. في أي مناسبة كبري الصغيرين اللي معاكي. كبري كل اللي معاكي خليه اديلهم the recognition. يبقى احنا practice humility و really put others focus on others. يعني مثلا عندها مثلا عاملة project صغير وهي معايا في الشغل. أول حاجة هبين البروجكت بتاعها. مش هقول إن أنا ساعدتها. هقول هي عملته بنفسها. انت how you gonna feel. طبعا the best. دي اول حاجه تفكروا فيها، وبعدين ما حدش يقول انا ما عنديش، لا كلنا معانا ناس حتى الناس اللي بينظفوا لكم مكاتبكم اشكروهم. thank you. You really did good job cleaning. I cannot do my job if I don't have you in my life. They really feel recognized. Focus on others. While you're focusing on others, focus on what the others want or what the others need. هي مثلا محتاجة حاجة في الشغل، حاجة عشان تساعدها مثلا في البابليكيشنز بتاعتها. I'll help her. دي حاجة مهمة. دي مثلا عندها أسئلة في الشايلد كير، عندها عيال صغيرة في البيت and she does not know how to take care of her children while she's working. I can give her my advice. I can give her some names. I can do something for her. I don't have to advertise, but I am focusing on others. So وانتوا بتشتغلوا while practicing humility, practice to focus on others. Practice integrity. مهم قوي 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 الأمانة. الأمانة مش يعني أنا مش في إيديا فلوس ولا أنا في إيديا، لا، الأمانة يعني أمانة. أمانة في القول وأمانة في الفعل وأمانة في كل حاجة. أمانة في كل حاجة. حتى في الطريقة اللي بنتكلم فيها تبقى فيها أمانة. مهمة قوي الحكاية دي. Practice integrity at work. Very very important. Very important. Deal positively with conflict. يعني إيه؟ في مشكلة. في حاجة حصلت. How can we learn to turn المشكلة دي لحاجة كلنا نستفاد منها؟ We all benefit from this conflict and turn it to an opportunity, positive opportunity. Don't let any conflict go كده. Because you're losing an opportunity for you to grow and to help others to grow. خلوا بالكم, people around you are watching you. They might not hear you, but they watch you. يعني they might not hear what you're saying, but they watch you what you're doing. And they learn from what you're doing. And they might like it or they might not like it, but doesn't matter. But your action is important. So when you positively reverse the conflict into benefit, they will like it. And then you will teach them. لما يكون عندك conflict المرة الجاية تعمل كذا. أديكوا example. يعني هي في الخدمة وفي الشغل في نفس الوقت. اجتماع بتاع الشباب بتاع الأبروشية. أنا ماسكة الشباب مع الأسس اللي ماسكين كنا محضرين إن هيجي لنا متكلم from England. Very high rank bishop. With just few weeks before the retreat, the bishop apologized because the Pope is visiting London. طبعا this is a disaster. يعني العيال كلهم الخدام كلهم they were really at big anger, big stress. We need an urgent meeting. We need tell them calm down. We have to expect things to happen. You work hard for almost 9 months to prepare for this retreat. Let's think positive. Let's do the right thing. And just calming them down and just bringing the work that they have done. العيال دي اشتغلت كتير. السنة كلها بتشتغل عشان الريتريت ده. It's a big retreat. Big retreat. أنا بينت شغلهم وفي نفس الوقت قلبت الكونفليكت لأوبورتيونيتي. طب تعالوا نفكر نشوف حد تاني يجي والشباب تنبسط فيه. ده الناس كلها دفعت. Everyone they paid a lot of money to come to this retreat. We have to close. يعني we really reached the limit of attending this retreat. I said, don't worry. God showed the work you do, and now He's gonna bless the work. Don't worry, the retreat will be blessed. And indeed, the retreat happened last weekend, and it was a blessing. With a different speaker came from California. It was a real blessing. But what I did here, I turned a conflict. This is a big conflict. And this could happen at work. And we see this all the time at work. All the time. تحضري الحاجة وحاجة تانية تحصل خالص. تحضري المشروع ولا تحضري أي حاجة في شغلنا وتلاقي حاجة تانية خالص تحصل. أهم حاجة to stay calm, to reverse the conflict into benefit, and in the same time, while you're doing this, you're going to teach the younger generation how to react to this conflict. حلو كده؟
ممكن اقول حاجه؟
اتفضل.
هو بس في كونفليكت كان حصل زمان ايام الرسل وجاب حاجه بركه لما المشكله بتاعت الارامل وبعدين طلع منها ان بقى في شمامسه لغايه دلوقتي في شمامسه فساعات الكونفليكت بيبقى سبب بركه.
صح. conflict could be easily بركه. كمان نبقى منظمين واحنا بنعالج الكونفليكتس. نبقى منظمين واحنا بنعالج conflicts. فاكرين when Moses was troubled a lot, when everyone who is two brothers are fighting, they come to Moses. One lost his net or whatever, come to Moses. What he did, Moses? He listened to his father-in-law. His father-in-law, who's pagan, he was not from the tribe of Judaism. He came to him and he said, you have to be organized. You cannot deal with the first line conflicts. Let's have every tribe having a leader, and then when the problem reach a certain level, they can come to you. So Moses, with his humility, he listened to his father-in-law, who is not even from the same background, and he listened to get organized to solve the conflicts. So we see this all the time. أنا همشي بسرعة شوية. كريستين عندك سؤال. اتفضلي.
Yeah, I want to take you back to the like being humble or come from a spot of humility, because in the professional world you will find people asking you, speak about your work, show yourself, give yourself a credit, not in a selfish way, but if you want to progress, if you want to achieve something, if you want to be better in what you do, or if you're looking at a promotion, you definitely want to show people how good you are. You want to show your leadership skills and stuff like that. So, and I want to take you back to the example that you used of Sir Magdi Yaqub, because he's coming from a higher position. He's coming, like, he doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. He's already there. He established his spot, and he's under the spotlight anyways.
Yes.
So when he gives credit to the younger generation, it's basically, it goes without saying that he's like handing the baton, like,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
because they will follow up with what he started.
Yes.
But in our world, and when I say our world, I mean like in our generation, the younger
Yes.
one, the one
Yes.
who's really struggling to find a spot. We practice this from a truly what can I say? Like what we apply in service in the church, I try to apply at work.
Yes.
So I push others to reach
Yes.
their maximum potential. But someone
They
like
have to say.
they have to say it. And if this other does not say, you know what, but Kristen helped me, I would give Kristen the credit back,
good, yeah.
then it's going to be one way,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Very good.
So what
It's
do we
very-
do?
Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Can we have few more minutes? أنا عارفة الوقت. We're good with what? Yeah. 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 Okay. We still have time. أصل عماد عمال بيعمل لي Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is a very
This
good
is not
question.
a comment, it's a
No,
question. I
I
really
like
wanna
I
know.
like your question a lot. I'm just taking your permission to go a little bit further. This is a very good point, very good question, because yes, definitely. And I personally, I have a young generation that I work with. I want them to show their work, and I want them to take credit. طبعا they will be lucky if they have a leader who put them on the light spot and then show their work. But if they don't, they have to show their work, and they have to feel proud of their work. There is difference between feeling proud and having pride. So yes, definitely, I want you to have to be proud of your work, proud of your labor, proud of the hours you spend to do things, and to show your work in the best way possible. The best way, by all means, يعني scientifically or whatever you're doing, show it in the best way and present yourself the best way and be proud of your work. But don't have the pride. Means don't let it get internally. I like it a lot when you say, "Oh, thank God I finished this." You put God before your work. Thank God the operation went fine. Thank God I succeeded in the task. Not, oh, big deal. It's a test. I always pass. See, the two pass. So I am the same person and I pass the test. But see the way I'm presenting? Thank God. They did not see the mistakes I made, but they make me pass. Or I worked hard, thank God, and He glorified my work, or He blessed me with the success. Versus obvious, I know everything. Or obvious, فدي النقطة. We want you to show your work and we want you to be present and we want you to shine. This is the verse I'm sharing. God wants you to shine but doesn't want you to be proud. بالنسبة لدكتور مجدي يعقوب, the work is showing you. That's what I wanted to say. If you don't have the microphone in your hand to show your work, please be assured that your work will be shining without you holding the microphone and talking. This is a point. I'm working, and we have a lot of staff who work all the time. Their work is showing them, not their words. So focus on your work and forget about who's saying or what you're saying. When you have a chance, when they give you the microphone to present your work, please do it with proud. Be proud of your work. But other than that, let them notice your work. This is different. So Magdi Yaoub, yes, his work is shown. And not just Magdi Yaoub, a lot of people like him. I'm not just focusing on him. And a lot of clergy who do great work. They don't have to hold the microphone and say, I did. No, you don't have to. The work is going to be shown. Okay, so practical points. Know what matters the most. Very, very important. Very important in your work to focus what is important. Remember Mary and Martha. There are work to do, but focus on the important thing. Jesus, when the crowd was around him, and I have this verse, when the crowd was around him, glorifying him, and he did not forget his mission. His work is to preach, is to talk. He sat down and focused on the talk. So please, while you're in the middle of everything, focus on your mission and focus on your work. This is very important. The right response to wrongful treatment. Very, very important. I got treated bad. How do I respond is more important than the treatment bad. Yani, two are in the same office. One is treating the other bad for any reason. It's very obvious. The way the other person will be reacting, it's very important to show Christ. Am I defensive? Being defensive is bad, very bad, because it shows your weakness. Don't be defensive. And I learned this the hard way. You try to defend yourself. The minute someone attacks you, the minute someone says something about you, you defend yourself instantly. Don't do this. Wait, don't defend yourself, because the minute you defend yourself, the minute you show your weakness. Wait till everything becomes clear, and it will become clear. It will become clear. And then an example for the Bible, David and Absalom. David did not defend himself. Quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry in James. Quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. This is a big practice. I have a pause sign in my office. It helps me a lot. Big pause sign. It says pause. A lot of time you receive angry email or very nonsense email, or somebody come to your office and say something, or your boss tell you something. And nowadays you get the younger people than you coming and telling you something. Instantly you become defensive and you become angry. Try to pause. Most of the time this will pass. Most of the time, the response will show, you have to show Christ in this situation. When I say you have to show Christ, you're not going to show Christ when everything goes smooth. صح? And in all your profession, you're not going to show your qualities if everything goes well. If you have a case, and it's straightforward case, you do this every day. But when you have a tough case, صح? This is when really all her study becomes handy. She's a dentist and she's really excellent. And she's going to show her qualities, not in the easy cases, in the tough cases. A researcher, نفس الحكاية. When everything goes smooth, I'm like everyone else. But when you have a tough situation, this is when your quality. So don't shy away from difficult situation. Put a smile on your face and try to hold yourself. The solution will come. Don't be defensive. Don't be angry. Listen, listen, listen. And then at the end, when you talk slow, Don't talk in a rush, and talk with humility, with love. Situation will pass and the thing will be reversed. Tame the temptation to retaliate. We all have chances to retaliate. And again, I'm going back to David and Saul. How many times David had chance to retaliate against Saul? Many, many times, right? To the point that he was close to him. But he said, no, I'm not going to touch him. He is from God. I'm not going to touch him. So chances of retaliate, it will come to you, especially in the workplace, same thing in everywhere. So try to hold yourself from saying, oh, now I got him. No, does not work. Forgiveness. I know we had a separate talk on forgiveness, but I cannot emphasize how much forgiveness is essential at work. We think forgiveness is just at church. It's just during liturgy. It's just while we're serving. No, at work, it's a blessing. طبعا forgiveness at home برضو it's not easy because at home you're hurt by your loved ones. At work, it's very difficult to forgive. Very difficult. But to practice forgiveness, this is going to make you a winner all the time. Oh my God, you don't remember when he attacked you last year? Now you help him? You're showing Christ by doing this. Oh, she did a bad report on you, or he sent you a very nasty email. You did not pay attention to this? No, nothing stick to me. Very, very important thing to say. I don't let anything sticking to me. Remember الحكاية دي أنا ما بخليش أي حاجة تلزق فيا يعني ما فيش حاجة تعدي كده gone. مين اللي هيستفاد? Who's going to benefit from this? You. So when you forgive, you are the beneficiary in this. You're going to be progressing. Don't waste your time being angry or not forgive. So don't lose a chance of forgiveness. The blessing of forgiveness is going to get you closer to heaven. And we all want it to be closer to heaven. We want to make it there one day. So don't waste a chance to forgive. I have a few other pearls, and then we'll open for question. Practice the discipline of enough. And we learned this enough in the 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Many, many parables in the Bible. Enough, again, don't go to the extreme in things. I have to present a project. It's midnight. I have to go to bed because the project is due tomorrow. It's enough. Just say a prayer. You've done your job already. You've been doing this project for 6 months. Close your computer and say, a man is going to be taken care of by you, Jesus, and say a prayer. Enough is enough. So sometimes we go above and beyond to make it because it's not enough. Trust me, it is enough. In God's eyes, it's enough. And please God not to please people. At work, it's a problem. Don't say a lie and don't say a flattering word just to your boss because he's your boss. Doesn't work. The wrong is wrong and the right is right. You just the way you say it and the way you act on it. Just be careful how to present your word when you see something wrong. But don't try to be a pleaser to God. Do justice in the workplace. Yani justice. Does God want us to be just? Or let him take care of it? What do you think? Does God want us to be just at work? Christine بتقول Definitely. Yes. Yes. If you are in a position to say, you are wrong, you are right, I'm going to really defend you, I'm going to really take care of you because you're a victim, but you're wrong, do it. This is your job. God wants us to be just. This is God wants us to be. So don't be afraid and say, oh, I'm not going to say a word. No, if you are in a position to say something, you have to say it. If this is not your job, please don't say anything. Because sometimes we just volunteer to say, oh, he's right, he's wrong. Who are you? Why are you talking? Keep the information to yourself. But if you are in a position to say, to bring justice, please do it. فاهمين النقطة دي؟ مش كل حد عنده البوزيشن دي، بس when you have this position please do it. Any question? And this is my last slide. Again, very very fine touch. Openly encourage others. ما عندكوش فكرة قد ايه ال word of encouragement help at work. Help طبعا at home, but helps a lot at work. Encourage others. We're surrounded by people, human nature, like us. They need a word of encouragement. Even your superior, sometimes they need a word of encouragement. Oh, thank you for doing such a good job with me. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for your support. Didn't he support you? Yes. Why don't you say it? Say it. For the younger, so you have to know how to report to higher up, and you have to know how to report to your people who work for you. Oh, thank you for helping me. Thank you for doing this for me. These words of encouragement help a lot. Use ceremony to recognize others. Have a significance. And give others their significance. Oh, she did good job. Or he did fantastic job. Really, I could not lead, this unless he did this job for me. Or I could not organize this, they organized this for me. Commit to personal accountability. People have to look at you and say, oh, it's in her hand, she's going to do it right. Think about it. I want people to look at you and say, if it's in her hand, she's going to do it right. This is not pride. This is, you've been accountable before. They lean on you and you did good job before. But it's really good. This is showing Christ. Showing Christ. If it's in her hand, she will do that. If it's in his hand, he will do the right thing. I'm happy that it's in his hand. فيهاش أي حاجة غلط. يعني مش ما تحسوش إن لا 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 لا. No. This is how Christ wants you to be. Actively work to right the wrong. عملتي مشكلة. We all make mistakes. Till the last day, we're going to make mistakes. Admit, it's fine. I made a mistake. But before you pass on, say, how can we not do it next time? How can I not do it next time? Yeah, I made a mistake. I did something wrong. We all do, the big and the small, we do it. But try to right the wrong immediately. يعني تصلحي الغلط بسرعة. مش تصلحي الغلطة دي تصلحيها وتحاولي ما تتعملش تاني ولا ليكي ولا لحد تاني. حلوة الحتة دي؟ مهمة جدا. We all make mistakes. Commit to excellence. ده اللي ربنا عايزنا نعمله. يعني إيه commit to excellence? And this is the last point. أنا هنا عشان أعمل very good job. مش بس good job, I have to do excellent job. This is what God put me in this situation. I'm not going to do the work half and half. But remember, I'm not going to pass midnight in my project because this is not doing good job. There is a limit. I have a lot of medical students بالذات. I don't sleep. I have to do this and this, and I don't sleep before the test. I said, why? You don't have to do this. Do as much as you can, but close everything and give yourself time to relax and pray, and then go on and move to your test. كلنا بنعمل كده على فكرة في أشغالنا. نفضل نشتغل لغاية ما I have to be excellent. Yes, God wants us to be excellent, but we have to have limits to all this. Make sense? So God, at the end of the day, He wants us to commit to excellence. And your work is the one that show you, not your words, not anything else. So الآيتين اللي احنا بدأنا بيهم النهارده. الأول آيتين اللي احنا اتكلمنا فيهم وأنا ركزت بس على آيتين علشان ما لخبطكوش. هقرا لهم تاني. Let your light so shine before men, so they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. فليضيء نوركم هكذا قدام الناس. ربنا عايزنا ننور في أشغالنا. Please make sure that you shine and you show your work, that they may see you and glorify the God for you. And the other verse, not to lean on your own understanding. ما تفتكرش انك انت اللي عامل كل ده. احب قوي لما حد يتكلم عن نفسه يقول انا ما استاهلش. عندي واحد زميلي مسيحي حلو قوي قوي قوي، كل ما يجي له حاجه كويسه اقول له oh my God I'm so happy for you. يقول لي ما استاهلش ولا حاجه من الحاجات دي. ولد مسيحي حلو قوي. انا ما استاهلش. I don't deserve it. I don't know why they're giving me all this glory. I really don't deserve it. This kind of quality, I see Christ in him. From the first day I met him, I saw Christ in him, because he's always putting himself, I don't deserve it, it's God. Don't feel bad to stand and pray at work. Don't feel bad to talk about your Christianity, Christ in you at work. I'm not saying to go and preach, and I'm not saying to enforce your faith on anyone. But what I'm saying is, if you have St. Mary icon in your office, if you wear a cross, if someone asks you, they don't have to see this, but they have to see you glorifying God all the time. I have this partner who's working with me. We stand and pray in the clinic. He asked me, let's pray. Let's pray. Of course, yes. Can you pray for me? Yes, I can pray for you. Don't hold your prayers from others. And you can say, pray for me. I'm about to do this. Nothing wrong with this. You're not enforcing anything. You're just showing that everything we do goes around God. And at the end is I'm going to all go to God. All right, and this is the end, if you have any questions. Sure. الناس الجميلة اللي حاضرة معانا النهارده دي. I'm happy with all your comments. Good.
It just it's a very small way to drive people to your faith or to your church, but very indirect. You know, in the professional places now, we're not supposed to talk about religion. Yes, we pray in heart, but maybe you don't want to impose more of your faith. So about a year ago, I had to present a small slide about myself because I joined a new team. And of course, I couldn't do a slide without sharing my church picture, my kids, my husband, where my career went from where to where and stuff like that. And that was it. And then I worked in this team for maybe about a year or less. And then I think I'm doing a decent job. Everybody goes, he says, Sherry's gonna do it. She's gonna do it correct. She's gonna do it right. And over and over. And then it was very surprising to hear from the team back, which church do you go to? So they don't get this, especially in this 2023, you don't get this question too often when people start to say, so what is your roots?
Yes.
Where did you learn that? Why you're so faithful to work? Like if I'm contracted to work 9 hours a week, 9 hours a day, I do it. If I'm contracted to work 8 hours a day, I do it. And they see the production of the quality of your work, then they start to dig a little bit more behind you, where you're coming from, which church, how's that faith look like? Is it like the Catholic? It's like the Greek Orthodox when you say, you know, we're Coptic Orthodox. So the quality of your work, it's gonna grab people's attention to dig more about your roots. And everything we do because we fear God. We love God and we fear God, and you do everything faithfully.
Very good. So they did not ask her this question when she first hired. They start asking her the question a year after it's already obvious the quality of her work. Very good. And we have a lot of examples in the Bible that exactly speak like this. Daniel is one of them. Joseph is one of them. Nehemiah is good. Esther, Queen Esther. She asked to pray. She asked the whole Jews to pray for her. And all of a sudden, her husband, who's a king, he turned the decree and he really made everyone. Daniel, the king, he made everyone follow his faith. So we do have a lot of examples in the Bible, Old and New Testament, that people follow their faith just because of the quality of the work they do and the quality of credibility and integrity they do have. Thank you for sharing your sharing. Anyone else want to share? All right. Thank you. Thank you for being patient with me.
Thank you دكتورة ماري. يعني it was an amazing talk as usual. Thank you so much. يعني بجد يعني حلو قوي ان انت تتعلم ازاي تكون سفير للمسيح بالطريقه الحلوه والبسيطه اللي دكتوره مريم معودانا بتدينا يعني like baby steps كده ازاي ان احنا نfollow that so we can be a good ambassador for Jesus Christ. Thank you, دكتورة ماري. I appreciate. طيب خلونا قبل ما نختم النهارده يعني احب اقول لكم ان احنا لسه مكملين مع سفر الرؤيا وقدس ابونا شنودة يوم الجمعه. ميعادنا معاه الساعه 7 الجمعه الجايه وكل جمعه. الحد الجاي هناخد محاضره من سلسله حياه اللي فاكرها معانا دكتور وديع، بيعلمنا كل مره عن حاجه جديده في الحياه من خلال شخصيه من شخصيات الكتاب المقدس. يا ترى هو هيعلمنا ايه الحد الجاي ومع مين من الكتاب المقدس؟ كلنا نيجي الساعة 11:30 عشان نتعلم حاجة جديدة في سلسلة الحياة. وقبل ما نختم أفكركم برحلة الدير. زي ما عرفنا كده من قدس أبونا شنودة يوم الجمعة، احنا هنحاول ان احنا لحد دلوقتي ما فيش حد ريجستر للرحلة. هي المفروض ده تبقى في جانيوري من 12 ل 15. هنروح سانت موسيس اللي في تكساس. It's 500 per person and we have like a payment plan, just like pay like a small amount every month. It's not big deal. The church is trying to support the trip. So please, if you want to go, start to register because we need to know if we're going to cancel it or we still going the trip. Right now, we don't have anyone registered for the trip. So I believe in like mid of November, we need to take a decision about this trip. So I encourage everyone to register. The link on our website, the church website, and if you need it, I can send it to you. Just let me know. Okay? ربنا معاكم ويحافظ عليكم. تفضلوا نصلي.
اللهم اجعلنا مستحقين أن نقول بشكر يا أبانا الذي في السماوات.